How's that song?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I just freeze and it's all over you.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Electric Blue. Hey, I just saw a great video. It was the Killers. They're doing a lot of press stuff because they don't want you to get them confused with Dennis Miller, and they have done some covers that I thought were cool. I don't know if they've done Thriller by Michael Jackson, but they did do another 80s song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
By the Australian group Ice House, and it's all over you. Electric Blue, they did that one.
Mike's
and Brandon Flowers.
Daily
He was great. The band was great.
Podcast.
They were great. Now, Brandon has also done a cover of a song by Travis. Most of you don't know what Travis is. It's not a guy named Travis. It was a band called Travis. And they had this song called Side. And you can look that up online. They performed the song together. I love it. People remembering older things. Like I gotta hear everybody got to cover the same dang songs over and over again. I like hearing something different for a change is all I'm saying. Hey, hope you're having a great day. Thank you for listening to FM episode 2129, 2129. Today we're going to cover some topics. Mr. Trump did, in fact, announce the judge person for the justice, the Supreme Court thing, the law thing, the thing where they're saying things like, well, this law is overturned, and that kind of thing. That person was announced today. And the whole world went, really? Yes. We knew Amy Coney Barrett was going to get it, so Amy Coney, congratulations. 7 kids. Some of them adopted. But hey, you knew all that already. Now we're going to...
And here's today's podcast picture.
The podcast picture today is turkeys, because we're in fall, and there's some... This has got everything. This has got all the holidays. It's got wild turkeys. It's got pumpkins. It's got a little man who gets thrown by other people, and that's not nice anymore to do that, so don't say that, Bill Hader. And it's got a thing called a wabadoo. That's that thing when you go wah and ba and do, and that's a Saturday Night Live sketch, and I'm done trying to reference that. But you can see that picture at mikesdailypodcast.com, that picture taken at Podcastro Valley somewhere. Oh, and Basil used to chase those turkeys all around. Yeah, he gave them what for? That's what he did. Last show, we had so many fantastic guests. And it was great because it showed that people know about this podcast. And you know what? Everyone's welcome to chime in. That's why I give the phone number out, 336-MM Daily. 3 plus 3 equals 6. MM is Mike Matthews. Daily isn't what this podcast tries to be and has been. And the podcast picture today taken by my lovely lady friend on a walk. She caught some things. And I'm getting some podcast pictures from people lately. Like, hey, go ahead, Mike, you can post it. So we'll get to some of those at some point. But I just want you to know that when you are doing a Zoom call, I want you to, or a Skype call or whatever you use, that video type thing, video chat that everyone's using, maybe you're taking a class or whatever, realize that you need to put a little effort into the sound. You know, and all I'm saying, all you got to do, and I know you're just, Mike, don't lecture me. No, here's the thing. All you got to do is figure out, pinpoint where the microphone is. 9 times out of 10, when people do these Zoom calls and they sound like they're way over here. Yes, well, I feel that what we need to do as a company is I can't hear you. Talk into the microphone. That's all you gotta do is find where the mic is. Find Mike. Where's Mike? Where's Mike-O? That's all you gotta do. So look on your laptop. Oh, the microphone is there. Look on your speaking when you have that. Well, most people do the stupid thing where they use the Chromebook or the Apple Book or whatever they call that thing. or the tablet or whatever, that you got to pinpoint where the microphone is. And I think what Zoom tries to do is compensate for the fact that people are not privy to this stuff and not savvy. In other words, with multiple V's. So they overcompensate and it sounds terrible. So what you need to do is find the microphone, get close to it. Don't be 20 feet away from it. And let's fight reverb, not so much reverb, background echo, background noise. I'm one to talk. Hey, everybody here at Cafe Anyway, shut up! It didn't work. But I like all the background noise. It causes some ambience. But I'm listening to at least with the phone, it's in your face. It says to you when you're talking on a phone that the part down below when you hold a phone is the part that you talk into, the receiver. You must talk into the receiver. And then the ear part goes into your ear. It was very explanatory. This part goes into the mouth. This part, even when you make a hand gesture that looks like a phone, when you take the pinky and put that out and put the thumb out and you put that up to your head and you go, call me sometimes, call me sometime. Someday call me maybe. I don't know who, you don't know me. Call me maybe. By the way, it was One Hit Wonder Day, I think on Friday. Carly Rae Jepsen is pretty much right there. Oh, but Mike, no, she had a hit with Owl City, that one song, Good Time. Yeah, right. Okay. No, Call Me Maybe. That's her only song. And I'm not going to sing Good Time. And I'm not going to sing any more of Electric Blue. But I might sing some Pam Tillis. Maybe it was Memphis. Oh, I did that last show. All right, my point is just figure out where the mic is. We used to care. We used to know. When you picked up the phone, of course you put your mouth by the receiver. Of course you knew. And then when some people talked way over here and you couldn't hear them, you go, put your mouth on the phone. All right. And nowadays, when you listen to talk radio and somebody has on a guest and they're using Skype or whatever, they sound worse than they would on the phone because they, like I said, they don't know the microphone. All right, I'm done talking about this. Just find the mic, everybody. Find the mic. By the time this coronavirus thing is done, as we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley today, the last place on earth. And we're all standing at least 20 feet apart. I got lots of room out here. By the time this coronavirus is done, hopefully within a year, let's be optimistic. Let's be Trump optimistic here. I hope that we all look back on how we acted. We will be judged by what we've done. We will be judged. History will judge us. And they will look at us if we were hysterical or if we were not careful enough. I am thinking sometimes we get a little hysterical. And I also think sometimes we're not caring enough. But at the same time, it's a weird line. It's trying to find that medium, that happy medium. But I do know when some people start to act like a bunch of insane ninnies or something like that. But, you know, what does that say about us as a society? Did we act bold? Were we rational? Did we get through this correctly? Did we take the right precautions? That's the other question, of course. But I listen to some of these shows, mostly on NPR, where they talk about the coronavirus. And I start hearing things that, wait a minute, that has nothing to do. This is a respiratory disease. Why are they talking about stuff that's like other diseases? And they lump them all together. No. You don't have cancer. You have coronavirus. You have a respiratory disease. You have a COVID related flu type virus. And you know, people just kind of lump everything together. When you're sick, they just put it all together. Let's just say, this is all I'm saying. Coronavirus should not lead to our society becoming overrun with paranoia. That's all I'm saying. We need to be careful about that. Walking a fine line, as Huey Lewis once said. And finally, I would like to talk to you about ASMR. Is that some kind of organization or something? No, it's Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Sometimes autosensory meridian response. It is a tingling sensation that typically begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and upper spine. A pleasant form of paresthesia. It has been compared with the auditory tactile synesthesia and may overlap with frisson. All that to say that there are all these videos that people use to try and calm people down, like people talking like this. Hello, this is relaxing talk. This is me whispering in your ear type thing. And people love that. People go nuts about that kind of thing. And my lovely lady friend loves it a bunch. Mike talks. So I guess I will never be accused on my show of having an ASMR podcast. But she loves, you know, the soft talking. I once saw one where they took these super sensitive microphones and got these Pomeranians, yes, the dogs, and had them eat popcorn. And it was just this soft sort of sound. And it was very soothing. All I'm saying is soothing sounds. It's a thing. Okay, speaking of, let's get away with that. This has nothing to do with soothing sounds. Let's say hi to some people. Hello, Michael Mash, it's Madame Rootabega, and what are you saying about my voice? Oh, nothing. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's everything we could ever want. Do you like the sound of your voice? Yes. Do you know what ASMR is? Yes. Is your favorite song Electric Blue? No. What's your favorite song? Michael Matthew, Ice House has another great song called Great Southern Land. It burns you black like a primitive man. Ooh. That's right. That's what they were in Australia. They were known for that song. Sitting like a hubbard out in the barn, sitting in a wave out at sea. They're gonna regret you. Yes. Okay, I feel like I've gone back to my Simple Minds type show where I talk about obscure 80s bands. Although, like I say, these bands were obscure, but then they had like a one hit, but in the countries they came from, they were huge. Ice House was pretty big in Australia. Simple Minds pretty big in England. Look who else is here. Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant. And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know her? Mike, could I tell you confidentially I'm getting sick of Bison Bentley's voice today? Yeah, he's sick of it. Do you know that? Wow, what a shock. I did not know that. Johnny Carson. He used to say that. I did not know that. But he said it like Johnny Carson would say it. Next show, it's going to be the wonderful Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the engineer. What do you think about any of the topics we covered? You can call me 336-MM Daily. 3 plus 3 equals 6. MM is Mike Matthews Daily, as in what this podcast tries to be. Oh, how I hate crickets. Next show, no crickets. Oh, I guess there's a couple crickets out here. All right, crickets are okay. Turkeys are okay. Pumpkins are okay. Fall's okay. Mommy's all right. Daddy's all right. They just get a little weird. Surrender, surrender, Cheap Trick. That's another 80s type band. You're welcome.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.